Hello guys, Chris here and welcome back to another video. In this one, my friends, I'm going to be testing a GeForce RTX 4070 in Minecraft Java Edition. This game can actually be very intensive. We're going to test it out with Iris and Sodium and with a lot of shaders at various resolutions as usual. But moving on, the RTX 4070 that we're using is the Gainward Ghost edition of the card. You can see it a little bit right there. And we are running it with the latest NVIDIA drivers as usual. I'm not manually overclocking it. You can see all of its specs right here, or almost all of its specs, because Tech PowerUp's GPU-Z still doesn't have an updated version to recognize this GPU. Resizable bar is enabled, and over on the left we're pairing it with the i5 13600K and 32GB of RAM, DDR5 6000 MHz. Let's get into it, shall we? Alright, here we are, my friends, getting 1000+ frames per second in this playing field. Well, this is not really intensive whatsoever. And we're still not GPU bound, obviously, because we're only playing this game at 1440p using 10 chunks and the overall high settings over here. Of course, with shaders, this will be a little bit more GPU bound, I hope at least. And these are the shaders that we're going to test here today, alright? Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. We're using 10 chunks here instead of like 32, for example, because this is more of a CPU bound setting. If you see, like, we are using 10 chunks right now with 40% GPU usage, getting 1300 FPS, 46% GPU usage right now. And if I increase that over here to 32 chunks, for example, GPU usage goes down by quite a lot. Like, it's below 20% now, and we're getting 200 FPS. That's because this is more of a CPU setting than GPU setting. It's more CPU bound, basically. So to properly test the GPU, I will leave that, God damn it, Shift P, on 10, all right, as usual. Well, actually, taking a look at this, I'm going to increase that to 12, which is the default, okay? So we can see a little bit further into the distance, and it drops our FPS from like 1000 to 800. Sometimes we can still reach near 1000 FPS, but we are completely CPU bound at this point using these settings. Also, the game is feeling really smooth, unlike the last time that I tested this game on the 3070. I'm not sure if it was because of the AMD platform, the 5800X 3D that I was testing it on, but this is not stuttery right now, or at least I can't really feel a ton of stuttering here. There are still a little bit of frame time spikes here and there, but yeah, nothing major. Well, never mind, actually. Now it's starting to drop. I guess we just didn't really have a ton of things to load, probably. With the chunks and everything, this game will always stutter a little bit. Anyways, let's enable some shaders, because this is a complete breeze to run without them. So I'm going to test the AstraLex by Lex Boost V77.1. These are one of the most popular shaders. Some people told me to test them out, and as you can see by the shaders list, these are very different from my usual collection of shaders, because I actually read your comments in the previous video and downloaded a bunch of new ones here in this PC. Now, wow, that sun is actually quite interesting looking. I like it, not gonna lie. Look at this. Okay, this is probably the first time that I'm testing these shaders. Maybe I downloaded them a while ago with like the 5700 XT, if I'm not mistaken, but that was years ago, like 2 years ago, and it's good to take a look back at it. It's looking pretty nice. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the complementary shaders. There is a little bit of motion blur with these shaders, you can probably tell that, but you know what? I'm not sure if it's because I'm playing on 120 Hz today, because at 1440p it actually works in Minecraft with 120 Hz with my capture card, but it is feeling, it's not looking too bad, basically. It's feeling really damn smooth, and the motion blur kind of complements the Minecraft a little bit. But you know what, let's try to disable that motion blur over here. And also, like, let's try, whoa, what is this? Old TV, what is that? PlayStation 1 I kind of want to see it now that we found this, okay? PlayStation 1 settings in the shaders. What? Who wants to play? I mean, it kind of has that retro look to it, and it kind of looks like 144p or something like that, or like 240p. I mean, you can literally count the pixels right now. Hello, Roach, how's it going? Tons of roaches right here. But yeah, this is so interesting. It kind of works with Minecraft. You could actually play the game like this and enjoy it and don't have any issues whatsoever because it's Minecraft. It's already really blocky, so this doesn't really affect your experience too much. And for example, a competitive title like PUBG, if you play at 144p, you can't really tell that people are at a distance, for example, but here you don't really need that, you know? And I really dislike this area where we are right now, so I'm gonna create a new world, okay? Ooh, that lighting is actually looking pretty gorgeous. Also, I really like to take a look at the ice. Ooh, when you crouch, there are black bars on the screen. That is so weird. And why is the sun not looking like the previous sun? I like the previous sun here. Probably because of these settings, of course. Let's try Ultra Preset. I think that's where we started, right? Yeah, I really believe this is where we started with these shaders. The sun is looking great again. There are a ton of trees around here, and the FPS are still not dropping by a heck of a lot, you know, still 100 FPS or around that. So it's going to be a smooth experience here with these shaders for sure with the RTX 4070, as expected. Let's try Lex Boost. I'm kind of really interested in these shaders for some reason. I usually don't mess around with these settings, but yeah, it's intriguing me a little bit. Look at that. It looks the same, doesn't it? And it kind of performs the same. Lex Boost. Okay. Anyway, let's move on to Beyond Belief Legacy shaders. And these apparently are based on the SEUS shaders. As you can see, there are some settings for SEUS and settings for BBL. And these shaders were heavily requested. Wow, those lens flares are kind of insane. Why are they green? That looks weird, actually. What the hell is that? What? Wait a second. That is not right, right? What? Yeah, the clouds are off. What if we set the clouds to fancy? No, that doesn't fix it. I guess it's probably Iris's fault, guys. Maybe if we used Optifine instead, that would have been fixed. But yeah, maybe you can actually disable the clouds inside of the settings as well. So I suggest you to do that if you're using this. Look at the light coming from there. It looks great. I've seen better looking shaders, honestly, but these aren't bad looking whatsoever, and they're way less intensive than the previous ones. We're getting like 20 to 30 more FPS at times, although flying really fast through the woods, it actually drops to like near 100 FPS. Water looks very good in these shaders as well. I like it. And yeah, there are some reflections as well, which are not ray traced or path traced at all, as you can see. Yeah, but that's pretty off-putting. I don't like that too much. I do like the lens flare, but that can be a little bit annoying. Look at this. Yeah, it's not really that realistic, or if it was another color, I would like it better. Green is just meh. Anyways, that's it. You can also play with these shaders absolutely fine. Let's take a look at BSL shaders. I don't really like the bloom on these, but these are so much less intensive. Look at that. What the heck? We're getting 200s. I was starting to feel like the 4070 wasn't really doing that well because I usually test lighter shaders, I guess, like BSL. I think now we're seeing very similar results to what we saw at 4K with the RTX 4080, but of course we are at 1440p with the RTX 4070. There are polar bears in this game as well. Look at that. Beautiful. So many of them. That's how you know you're not playing a real life game, because polar bears are almost extinct. It's a very sad joke, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't like this world. Let's get to another one. Anyways, BSL run absolutely fine. Let's go down to Complementary Reimagined. I also changed a few settings with the complementary shaders, by the way. Aha, here we are. I think this is a continent. Maybe. It's not an island in the middle of nowhere with ice around it. Good stuff. Now, these look insanely beautiful, don't they, my friends? Oh yes, 180s, 190s. The sunrise looks fantastic. I changed the water here in this one. Instead of seeing like normal water textures in this game, it's set to fantastic, I believe. Fantastic setting on the water. Yeah, I think that's it. And yeah, it still gets well over 100 frames per second at all times. Is this an island as well? I cannot believe this. We are being very unlucky, dude. I like to see water, you know, but this is a bit too much. I'd love to see like a jungle. I haven't come across a jungle in so long here in these Minecraft videos. Ooh, what have we found? I had no idea you could find things like these in Minecraft. Like, who does this belong to? This is making things a lot more interesting to me. I was kind of getting tired of these Minecraft videos. I'm more of a competitive shooter kind of guy. Okay, I enjoy Minecraft every now and again with friends and stuff, but playing alone is just not that fun. To me, at least. It is fun to a lot of people, don't get me wrong, and I'm not saying it's not a fun game, it's just not my type of game. Okay, I like to explore the world of Minecraft without a care in the world of dying and stuff. And yeah, we can do that now. There's another floor here. Skeleton bastards. Wait, are these all empty? Seriously? Imagine you find this area and then it's all empty. Well, I guess you could kill all of the little bastards inside of it and get a hold of this as your main house, but yeah, it's very sad to see that there's no loot inside. What do you want? Like, so annoying, these guys. Is there a bit more? No, I don't think so. Maybe there is a cave. Wait a second. Come on, game, give me a cave. Is this bedrock already? No, I don't think so. Okay, let's go. Down we go. Also, I'm surprised that the FPS are not jumping like to crazy values because we're looking at the ground basically, you know? It's interesting. Come on. Oh, this is bedrock. Okay, we reached the end of the map. Wait. No. What is happening? No. Go up we go. It's so dark down here, I don't like it. Okay, there we go. Now that we destroyed this huge mansion a little bit, I think it's time to move on. Yeah, these are probably one of my favorites. If you want to keep the vanilla look of Minecraft, these are very, very good for that. So let's go with Complementary now, the version 4.7.1. And these look slightly different. They're complementary shaders again, so they will complement very well the look of vanilla Minecraft. I'm gonna set this entire thing on fire a little bit, okay? Imagine this glowing at night. It should look really good, right? Oh man, I found a huge mansion that I loved to find, and now I'm just destroying it all because reasons. It will look beautiful. Okay, my friends. Why is it not on fire, though? This is it. Complementary shader. Okay, now things are on fire. Great stuff. I like to see that. But yeah. It looks so interesting. Look at the reflection down there in the water as well. Alright, let's go ahead and try it with the Continuum shaders. And I actually installed the 1.3 version because it looked better to me than the 2.0.5 that I usually test. And yeah, here we go. I can see a lot of aliasing instantly. I think these shaders don't really have anti-aliasing by default. It's a bit of a shame that we don't really have like light coming off of the lava or torches here, as you can see. With the other shaders we had that. Yeah, pretty weird to see that, but you know, they're a bit more vibrant than the other Continuum shaders, and I like the water a little bit more as well. Kind of looks like complementary here, right? Yeah, pretty nice. However, these shaders are super intensive for how they look, in my opinion. They're not really that well optimized. Look at that thing. What have we done, dude? Oh boy. Well, it was infested with zombies, so yeah, it makes sense. We needed to get rid of it. Now, the Makeup Ultrafast shaders are next. Ultrafast, I'm expecting really high FPS, and that's exactly what it gets. Okay, it's the first time that I'm seeing these. We got some light coming off of the lava, as well as torches, I bet. Yeah, you can see a lot of light around me here. And the torches do emit a lot of light as well. Hello! Oh, we can actually mess around with these guys. Wait a second, where is he? Wait, hi, dude! You cannot kill me, because it's creative mode. Oh, yes. I'm gonna burn you. I am gonna burn you! Oh, yeah! Did he die or did he just teleport somewhere else? I don't know. Oh, there he is. Now he's dead, I think, maybe. Alright, sun is going down, and these shaders are way less intensive than the previous ones. And they also look a lot better than the lagless shaders that I usually utilize, although I couldn't really find those anywhere to download again. The lava does emit light, it's just not as pretty as the other shaders, or not as light emitting. I guess that works. Let's go. Nostalgia shaders are next. These ones are very nice looking, in my opinion. Ooh, the lava seems to move a little bit differently as well. Like over there, for example. Yeah, not bad. Now, I noticed with these shaders that if you get really close to lava, you can't see anything else around you. Like, if the lava is on screen, it's kind of like HDR effect, you know? But if you look at a darker place, you can see it pretty well if there is no light source around. Let me check the God rays around here. Are there any God rays in these shaders? Well, not at default at least. Okay, now it's daytime. Lava is looking a little bit different as well. Way less bright at night. But that's to be expected, right? And yeah, there's a little bit of bloom and fog that I don't really like too much using these shaders. But overall, it's a very nice look, and I think a lot of people will enjoy it. And, well, that's probably why a ton of you actually recommended I tested these shaders. Still, not a problem whatsoever at 1440p. These shaders, I downloaded them because I thought, well, potato shaders just sound fun, you know? And they do look a heck of a lot better than the lagless shaders. Interestingly, the deeper parts of the water are also lighter or brighter than the shore areas, just like the previous really low-end and easy-to-run shaders that I had, the lagless ones. Things are also super blurry at the distance, especially. Like, it's probably the water. Yeah, it's just the water that's really blurry. I would say it kind of looks like you are using a lower chunk value when using these shaders. But you do get 300 plus FPS, which is insane. Project LUMA is next. It looks very beautiful. It doesn't have fog, as you can see. You can see things very clearly at the distance. It's super vibrant. It's not like super intensive either. You can see we're getting 200 frames per second. Oh my god. Oh, the wood is all gone, dude. Damn. That's to be expected, obviously, but yeah. Very interesting. Let's check it out from inside. Oh! Okay. Hear that? What the hell is that? What? Oh! There are ghosts like the little GPU that we're using here. This is interesting. Skyward Ghost Edition, and there are a ton of ghosts around. They are so cute. Dude, are you serious? Ah, this is awesome. Okay, I'm so sorry. I really am right now. I feel bad for burning this entire thing now. Anyway, near vegetation, it doesn't really drop by too much. I think these drop a little bit more near the water. No, not really. Okay, it's still getting 200 plus, and the water looks insanely tasty, doesn't it? I just want to drink it all or take a bath in it. It's so clean and jelly looking. It's beautiful. I love the water with the Luma shaders. Rethinking Voxels shaders. I got a ton of requests to test these ones, so let's see how they look. So right away, I can say that I don't really like the water too much. There are no waves and it still has the default texture. The reflections though look pretty impressive using these shaders, but they are so intensive, dude. Look at that, 70s. And it's at 1440p. It will drop. It will drop from 60. Wait a second. Where did it drop the most? Near the lava, I think? Wait. Gotta check that out. Yep, 61. What if we get into the lava? No, not a problem. Alright, inside of here, no, 69. It didn't drop yet, but I believe in some areas it might actually drop by quite a bit. What are these doing? Path traced stuff? Path traced lighting, maybe? Like, they are so intensive. I haven't really looked into them. I just downloaded them to take a look at them here. It's not really my favorite shader, honestly. But why is it so intensive? You know what? Let's try it on Ultra here. Ooh, somebody told me to use Fantasy. That's right. Okay, let's see how it looks like this. I bet it will be below 60 FPS, guys. Okay, something tells me that the game will crash. Yep, that is the case. It just crashed, guys. Is it because the shaders are too intensive? Is it because of iris and sodium? I don't know, but this is interesting. Oh my god. Dude, we killed the RTX 4070. It's not the VRAM, by the way. It's not maxed out. It's not even using like a third of the VRAM. Oh, that is insane. Does it have path traced reflections? No, it does not. Dude, these are just the most intensive shaders that I've seen so far. They look great, I think, in most scenarios. The water is looking awesome now that everything is set to the maximum, you know. Way better than previously. Oh, wow, that's a cozy little settlement here. Oh, this is so interesting, guys. I like this world. Where the heck is the huge lava thing that we just built? I don't know. But anyway, this is completely dead. Whoa, the voxels are just insane. Let's set it to pink. Because, you know, the others are on pink as well. Oh my god, it's dead. It is completely dead now. Previously, you could still fly around and... Oh, there it is. And take screenshots and stuff. But now, nope. It gets single digits at times, guys. Holy crap. I never thought this would happen. At least not so soon inside of this video. Okay, let's do SEUS PTGI, which previously were one of the most intensive ones that I had. But now, as you can see, it's way easier to run than voxels. Look at this, 70s. It actually feels smooth now. But these are not my favorites in terms of looks. However, whenever you are near ice, these look the best to me, at least. Also, you can see the reflections right there. They don't disappear when the objects are off screen. That's because those are path traced reflections. Same thing with the lava right there. Yeah, the reflections do look great. The ice looks amazing using these shaders, but everything else looks pretty meh. Even the lava here doesn't emit a ton of light either. And actually, I completely removed the SEUS renewed shaders from the collection, or testing collection at least, because I just don't like them too much, okay? And I don't see a ton of people liking them in the comments either. So yeah, these do implement some very nice technologies for sure, though. So I'll give it that. Let's try SEUS PTGI HRR 3. These run at half resolution internally and then apply anti-aliasing and trickery to make it look a little bit better. And these are also path traced shaders, and they don't look like SEUS shaders anymore because everything is super vibrant, and I love it because of it, okay? I really like the look of these shaders right here. However, the torches don't really emit a ton of light, do they? Like, you can see that it is emitting a little bit of light on our hands as well, but yeah, kind of weird, right? Oh, yes. underwater, these shaders are just the best, guys. Also, I'm sorry I'm not counting the FPS with all of them, but it doesn't really matter anyways, right? It's not like a super accurate benchmark here in Minecraft. I'm just seeing how things look and how things feel while playing the game. You know what? A good like 80 years ago, I used to do these things on my own. Just hop into games, play with the settings, see how things looked, and not really play the games, you know, as intended. So it's great that a lot of people actually like to do this with me right now. Come along for the ride. Thank you very much, guys. I really, really love our community here. Also, that sun is looking great. I see a lot of noise right there, though. Maybe it's not noise, maybe it's like the vegetation, the leaves. Finally, Sildurs Vibrant Shaders Extreme with volumetric lighting. I loved the lens flares on these, as well as the God Rays. The God Rays looked awesome on these shaders, especially at night, and they removed that. I will never understand why they did that. Like, you can still enable it, like lens flares are right here, moonlight. You know what? Let's do very bright because I like to see things. And God Rays are right here. So let's turn those up to very high. Where are the God Rays? I don't even see God Rays right now. They looked insane previously, dude. Let's do even stronger lens flares here. Oh my god, no, that's too much, okay. It does provide with a very interesting look, though, not gonna lie. Oh, the God Rays are off, that's why we didn't see those, okay. Ooh, the lens flare. These are, I think, like Horizon Zero Dawn levels of lens flare. It looks beautiful in that game, but I think it's a bit distracting here in Minecraft. But I still don't see the God Rays. Like, there are a few God Rays right there that I can notice, just a little bit, but it's nowhere near what it was before. I am so confused. Sildurs shaders aren't really the most intensive ones. They're very beautiful if you like this look. There is no other shader that actually mimics it, and it's very different, I will say. Super vibrant. It's probably up there with some of the best looking shaders, to me at least. It's all objective, of course, but yeah, I really like the Sildurs Vibrant shaders. They look awesome to me. There we go. The lava is emitting a little bit of light, although it's not the best lava that I've seen. Far from it, actually. But alright, that's it. Let's disable the shaders now, and well, I think we should move on to 4K, finally. It's probably going to be a huge video again. And you know what? I'm not going to test every single setting here at 3840 by 2160 or every single shader, because I feel like most people will probably have a 1440p monitor coupled with this card, and well, the video would be almost 50 minutes long like the previous one was, and nobody will watch it because of it. Well, not nobody, a lot of people still watched it, but usually my Minecraft videos do a little bit better than that one did. Anyways, as you can see, at native resolution, GPU usage is still not maxed out, so we are still CPU bound in Minecraft at 4K. Again, to be expected, because with a strong card at 4K resolution, this game is just not intensive. Let's do AstraLex shaders. Ooh, now that motion blur is horrible, completely terrible. Although it smooths things out by quite a bit, but I would never ever utilize that. Motion blur, turn that crap off, okay? Goodbye. Alright, that's much better, even if a little bit choppy, I prefer it. Now, 50s is not ideal, I would say, but again, these are one of the more intensive shaders, you know, so there is hope that we will find some shaders that will be very, very smooth and playable here in Minecraft. Not saying that this isn't playable, because it's Minecraft. It is playable even with 30 FPS, but yeah. Beyond belief shaders, we got those lens flares, which are weird in my opinion. These just look a little bit weird to me. But I see a lot of people liking it anyways. I just don't really like the lens flares too much, the color of them. A little bit muted as well, right? Like, at least with these trees right here, it's super muted. These are a little bit more vibrant, but still, they are way more vibrant using other shaders. BSL shaders are next, and with these ones, you can play at 4K absolutely fine. That's the wonder of BSL. They look great. They're not the best looking ones, but they look very good. They don't perform badly whatsoever. They're actually one of the easiest ones to run. And they completely change the feel and the look of the game at the same time. Like, the lava is super, super bright at the moment. Everything has a bit of too much bloom though. I don't really like that, but you can disable that. Where is it? Oh, wait a second. Sky desaturation. No, let's leave that saturation on, please. Bloom, let's turn that off. This should look a little bit better. Yeah, it definitely... Wow. You know what? These might very well be one of the best looking now. Because, yeah, it's just insane. It's so crispy now. It was a bit soft previously with the bloom. Now it's really crispy. That's gorgeous, and it's always above 100 frames per second, so BSL shaders are definitely up there. Next is Complementary Reimagined, which, if you remember, are pretty intensive usually, but not anymore compared to the other stuff that we've been testing here today. It actually gets 60 plus all of the time. Again, it leaves the colors of the vanilla Minecraft, which is nice. It's a nice touch if you prefer that, but it completely changes water here if you mess around with the settings a little bit, as well as the lighting and the clouds as well. Those look pretty interesting here using the Complementary Reimagined stuff. But yeah, no problems here at 4K. The 4070 can achieve 60 plus all of the time. Let's try Makeup Ultrafast. Oh, it's so dark compared to the previous ones. Although it is ultra fast, so if you want a high refresh rate experience, well, this will do pretty well. Yeah, for sure. Water looks great as well. Underwater, it doesn't change things. It's just not as bright and vibrant, but not too bad. Nostalgia shaders. Oh my god, that's so red. Okay, way more intensive, getting 60s here. Still, it's playable at 4K. Not a problem. If you want to play Minecraft at 4K with a card like this, you definitely can. It performs around the same as a 3080. And obviously, a ton of people were playing Minecraft with the RTX 3080 back in the previous couple of years, you know? So yeah, this is still a decent option. Potato shaders. I really don't like the look of the water using potato shaders. Can we change that a little bit, though? Transparency blur? Oh, that's it. Okay, I found it. It's transparency blur. We can turn that off and make the water look different. I would say it looks better, but, you know, yeah, now it kind of looks like the other shaders, the lagless shaders. That's it. Oh boy, my brain is already farting a little bit sometimes. We've been here too long playing some Minecraft. Anyways, let's go ahead, try out the Project LUMA, one of my favorite ones as well. I mean, most of these, at least the ones that I kept in this video, are probably one of my favorites, aside from Continuum. But, you know, I gotta test Continuum because the developers are nice. They are nice people. Anyways, as you can see, once again, these shaders are one of the easiest to run, and they look awesome at the same time. And at 4K, 4070 doesn't really have a problem. Speaking of problems, this is probably going to be a problem. Voxel shaders gets us 40s. Not terrible, but I am definitely not going to set it to maximum again, or ultra, or whatever it was, because, yeah, you saw it crashed at 1440p, so obviously it will crash at 4K as well, and be an even worse experience. Now, the thing that I probably like the most about these shaders is the lava. Also, it's dropping a lot here, 30s. Interesting, lava is really intensive with these shaders. SEUS PTGI. Even more intensive than the voxel ones without being at ultra, you know? Getting 30s now. Although it stays pretty much at like 30 plus still. I think the water is the most intensive thing here using these shaders because of those reflections. Ooh, if you look to the water for some reason, it drops, dude. So weird. Interesting. If you look down on the water, it's way more intensive. SEUS PTGI HRR, these are way more intensive again. Does the same thing happen with the water again? Not really. Why are these not as intensive as PTGI at 4K, but they were more intensive than PTGI at 1440p? That's really weird to me. Yeah, 30 FPS experience is possible, I guess, but it's 30 FPS. I don't really recommend that, you know. It's Minecraft. You should play it with a lot of FPS while making it look pretty with other shaders. And finally, the Sildurs Vibrant Shaders without God's Race. I am so sad to see that, dude. It's really, really bad. But overall, it still looks really good, of course, and it gets around 90 frames per second, 80 to 90. And of course, it gives you that unique Sildurs Vibrant Shaders look that I like very, very much sometimes. All right, stop it there. Let's try 8K for a little bit. There we go, 7680 by 4320 using the same settings. Let's disable shaders. Well, we already saw for a little bit the Sildurs ones. And finally, we are GPU bound at the native graphics, I would say, without any shaders being utilized, getting just under 300 frames per second. Is it the same as the 3070 maybe? Like, I think I saw these FPS using 3070, but well, we got this big building of lava, of course, in front of us, and we're using a bit more chunks at the same time. So yeah, it's not one-to-one, obviously. You can't really compare things one-to-one between my Minecraft videos because I'm always doing different things. Okay, which ones? Let's try BSL. BSL might work. All right, it's getting around the same FPS as some shaders at 4K, like the SEUS PTGI, the voxels, you know, yeah. It's not bad, and it looks so sharp, dude. Of course, this is for nobody. I don't expect a lot of people to be playing at 8K in Minecraft, let alone with a 4070, right? If you're playing at 8K, you probably have a 4090 hooked up to your 8K TV, and, well, you are playing games at 8K with DLSS, some of them, of course, and this will work absolutely fine on a 4090, but a 4070, I just don't think it's reasonable to expect somebody to be pairing it with an 8K TV. Still, if you want to do that just for fun and you have an 8K TV lying around, you bought a 4070 because, you know, it's probably one of the best value new GPUs around, and you only play at 1440p, so you don't need much more than that. Well, you can have the 8K experience for a little bit. Complementary Reimagined, it gets as 20s. It's okay. It's not the most wonderful experience, but it's still like flyable, I guess. You can still walk around in this game and see the details, take screenshots and stuff like that. Obviously, screenshots would look much better with like a texture pack, but I'm not testing those in this video because, well, it would be even longer. Now, the makeup shaders, wow, are getting 30 plus all of the time while looking pretty decent at the same time. Yeah, not too bad. Again, it's way darker, but at 8K, I will take this experience. It feels a lot smoother than the other shaders. Maybe BSL was the best one so far at this res, though. Nostalgia shaders? Boy, okay, yep. 18 FPS. But damn, that looks sharp. All right, potato. This is a potato at 8K, so we should probably use potato shaders. And these are not enough to achieve 60. Now, that is surprising. Look at that fog, dude. Yeah, I don't like the fog. Project LUMA, please give me 30 plus. I think it will. Oh, it barely does it. No, it will drop, guys. It will definitely drop. It is already getting 30, so yeah. First of all, it's really freaking gorgeous. I could see a lot of aliasing at native 4K with Project LUMA, and 8K gets rid of all of that. like the pixel density is just insane, of course. But you would need the RTX 4090 once again to achieve playable FPS at 8K using Project LUMA. It would be an amazing experience though with a 4090. Anyway, SEUS PTGI, the path traced stuff. Okay, yep, terrible idea, terrible idea. Should we do the voxels as well? I think it's gonna crash. No, it didn't crash, but it's also a complete awful idea. HRR3 as well, obviously. Come on. There we go. That looks super vibrant, though. These are probably the vibrant ones. Like, SEUS shaders have the renewed stuff, for example, which aren't vibrant whatsoever, and then they have this on the other end of the spectrum. It's very nice, you know, a lot of variety there. Also, the HRR stuff, half resolution, is not making a difference whatsoever at 8K. Like, I can see pretty much everything, even the leaves on those trees up at the distance there. Yeah, those I can see them. And I am using a 4K monitor. I'm not really using an 8K panel here today. So on an 8K panel, it would look even better. But you can tell the difference when using DSR to play at 8K on a 4K panel, especially if you are using a 42-inch monitor like I am, or even on a 32-inch, you can notice the difference. I mean, I even noticed the difference in a 27-inch 4K monitor. So yeah, it looked great. And finally, Sildurs shaders, once again, 20-something frames per second. We've already taken a look at these shortly after I switched to 8K. And that's been it for this video. If you want to do a little bit of 8K, it's possible. If you want to play at 4K, it is definitely doable with a lot of shaders. And of course, at 1440p, you can use whatever shaders you like. It will always play absolutely fine. Sometimes it might drop from 60, but yeah, it's only with the extremely intensive stuff that's path traced, basically. So yeah, thanks very much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna be back tomorrow with another 4070 video, probably testing some Cyberpunk with the overdrive and stuff like that. So stay tuned in, and as always, love you all. Bye-bye.